Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's John from ElectricCigReviews.com bringing you another how-to review. This time we're going to be talking about refilling cartomizers, specifically V2 cartomizers, V2 Cigs. And this is a question I get asked quite a lot, and pretty much just want to try and shed a little bit of light on how these are refilled, because they are refillable. Save yourself a little bit of money, because buying these from V2 and using the cartridge and throwing it away, you know, basically you can get 3 to 4 more uses out of them, so you're wasting your money by not refilling them. And you can use the juice from V2, or you can use juice from other companies, as well as you know, the cartridges you can use from V2, as well as buying blanks from V2, or you can buy them from other companies. So, you know, they give you a lot of options, and pretty much do what you want to do with it. They also, the nice thing is, V2 only offers so many flavors, and if you're not really thrilled with any of their flavors, some other companies have, you know, a huge array of flavors. So basically, you can get, you know, a different taste. You know, especially if you're using this for a while, you know, why stick with the same flavor? I like to mix it up a little bit. There's, you know, 50 different types of menthol on the market, but you're stuck with one by smoking V2. So that's something to think about as well. The juice from this video comes from Preferred Vapor e-cigs, and you can check them out at www.preferredvapor.com. You can get 7.5% off your order by using the coupon code, which is ECR. Alright, so let's take a look and dive in and check out how these things are filled up. So let's take a look at refilling your 808-901 style V2 cartridges. Basically what you're going to need is your cartridge and the little rubber condoms that come enclosed on the V2 cartridge. You're going to need some kind of a pick. I like this tool, but a paper clip works just fine. And you're going to need some kind of an e-juice, and this is some True Ice menthol from Preferred Vapor. So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to simply peel these condoms off here. See if I can get these off. Okay, and you're going to want to save these. And honestly, I save every single one off every single cartridge. That way I have extra. Okay, so there you go. You got your V2 cartridge. You're going to take one of your condoms and leave that there. Okay, and put that off one to the side. Now you have this top on here. Some of these come off and some of them do not. Okay, you're simply going to just take that off of there, nice and simple, and that can be saved for later, or if so inclined, you could purchase a drip tip mouthpiece from, I know Preferred Vapor sells them, and they simply slide in there, and that gives your mouth a nicer place to draw from. It also gives you a bit of a better hit because it's got kind of a wider opening. Okay, but that's just to show you. We'll put that off to the side. So now we have the V2 cartomizer, and I've used this one all up. It's completely empty, and basically you can get, you know, a few refills before they're completely dead, and that way it saves you a little bit of money. Also, they sell them in blank, which means basically they're empty, and also, you can buy any 808-901 style blank cartomizer for the V2, and you can use that as well. So you're not limited to buying just from V2. Okay, so what I'm going to do, the easiest way to fill this, and a lot of people have a lot of different ideas, but honestly the best way is just to take your juice, fill that condom about halfway, take the end that screws into the battery, and stick that into that condom. And very slowly just push that cartomizer down to the bottom. Okay, very slowly. You don't want the juice to shoot up over the sides. You want to go up into that hole, and basically, I don't know if you can see that, but the juice is actually starting to come through that hole and completely fill up the cotton inside of the cartridge. Okay, and I'm going to keep pushing that until it's completely down. Now you'll see eventually it gets to be too much on top, and the best thing you can do is just pull that down a little bit so that way you have a little more space, and let the juice suck into that cotton. Okay, and once it's sucked in, you're going to start pushing down again. The cotton can only absorb so much of the liquid at once. So as you can see, I'm almost to the bottom now. I'm going to pull it back a little bit. And you let that sit there for a couple seconds. And it's starting to go back down again. Okay, so I'm going to give it another push. Okay. Now eventually you'll come to a point where the cotton just can't suck up any more juice. And when that happens, your cartomizer is completely full. Push up one more time there. Okay, and pull it back down, and I'm going to sit here and wait. Okay, now I believe it's full because it's not really taking any more juice. I don't know if you can see that with the camera, but it's pretty well wet in there. Okay, so when you get to that point, you're going to pull this off. What I usually do is I squeeze this back into my bottle so I don't waste. Okay, you're going to have some excess juice. It's good to have like a napkin when you do this, that way you can wipe it all off. But what I like to do is I take the end that the cartridge where you'd suck from, and I simply just put my mouth over this and blow any excess juice out. And that just gets the juice out of that tube. You don't want the juice in the tube, you want the juice in the filler on the outside edges. Okay, and once you get there, you can either put your drip tip back on, like so, and which also makes it very convenient because it's easy to pop on and off, so that way when you want to fill them, or if you're getting low but you don't have time to do this refill, you can just take a couple drops and just drop them to the edge. Keep spinning that cartomizer, and just keep dropping juice around the edges, and what that does is it kind of gives you a few more hits to keep you going, rather than doing this long refill, which you might want to do at home. Okay, so you can either put, like I said, put the drip tip on there, or you can put this white cap back on there as well. Your choice, but there you go. That's one fully filled V2 cartridge. And basically that's the way it is for pretty much all cartomizers. So not just V2 will work here. Other companies, including South Beach Smoke and Green Smoke, and a lot of those companies can all be filled the same way. So there you go. So there you go. Not that hard, right? Pretty easy. Like I said, it takes a couple seconds to do, but sometimes can be complicated if you're like at work or driving or something along those lines. It might be easier to just drip a few drops in there to get you by until you can get to fill them yourself. Or the smarter idea is to have 4, 5, 6 of them already pre-filled for yourself. That way one goes dead, you pull it off, you put it to the side, you use a new one. When you get home, you fill them all. That's the smarter way to do it. But basically I've put the one I just filled onto my V2 battery, and let's see how it works. Working good. I can actually still taste the V2 menthol a little bit in there, but I can also taste the true ice from Preferred Vapor. And the more you fill it, the more it'll become like the other flavor. If you want to have no flavor come through, you're going to want to buy the empty ones, obviously. That way you can get a true flavor of what you purchased. Which brings me to a point that if you're going to have like a chocolate V2 cartridge and you're going to try and put menthol in there, obviously the two of them aren't going to blend together real well. You're going to have a chocolate menthol, basically. So you're going to want to try and put together like flavors. Like if you're smoking a Marlboro type cigarette and you're smoking their Reds flavor, and then you buy a Cowboy Killer from another company, the two of them are going to mix pretty well. You get the point. But it's something to think about. So I'm going to take one more hit here off of this electronic cigarette, and I'm going to say, that's pretty much it. One thing I forgot to say, which I think I did say, but you could fill these 3 to 4 times. You might get more out of it. You might get 5, 6 hits. You might get you might only get, you know, 2 fills out of one. It's a heating wire inside of this filament, and basically once it's done, it's done. You know, start getting weak. You won't taste as well. You'll start having to hit it really hard. You'll start getting juice in your mouth. When that happens, these things are done. Time to throw them away. You know, I don't think you're going to get more than 4 or 5 refills out of them, but if you can, hey, knock yourself out. So that's pretty much all I got to say. So thank you for watching. Thank you. Keep the questions coming. I'm happy to answer them. And, you know, do a review or a video if you know, feel the need to see it. So, all right, well, thanks a lot, YouTube, and enjoy that how-to video. Like I said, got the juice from preferredvapor.com, and you can check them out, as well as using their coupon code, which is, it's our coupon code, I'm sorry, ECR for 7.5% off. So, I don't know, take it easy. John from electriccigreviews.com. Take it easy.